Hey folks, Chef Jesse here. How's everybody doing on a Saturday evening? Well, today, folks, I didn't work today, so I was home resting. Anyway, today we're gonna be having I'm making some barbecue ribs. They are almost done, actually, almost in the oven. And with that said, I am going to be making some homemade mac and cheese. Now, there's about 1,000 ways to make mac and cheese, and I'm pretty sure everyone has a recipe for mac and cheese. Their aunts, their grandmothers, their mothers, you know, there's 1,000 ways to make mac and cheese. And I'm gonna make easy mac and cheese that I got a recipe from somebody. So anyway, folks, anything beats that stuff out of a box. So this is going to be homemade mac and cheese. I'm going to show you how I do this mac and cheese, and we'll see if it comes out. It's got to come out. Come on. So stay with me, and I'm going to start getting my mac and cheese ready to make it. Okay. So first, I'm going to start boiling my noodles, right? My elbows. So I'm going to be using 3 cups of water. Okay. We got here 2. So I got a pot like this, and I'm going to add 2 cups of water. That's 2 cups. Then I'm going to add one more. So I'm going to do 3 cups of water. Okay? But to this water, I'm going to add some flavor. So I'm using chicken broth, and I'm going to add, let's see, I'm going to add the whole can. The whole can is about 2 cups. This will give the noodles a little bit of flavor. Yes. Okay. So 2 cups of chicken broth, okay, into the water. And I'll show you how the water looks like in a little bit. And let's see, can you see that? Okay, there goes the water with my, I'm gonna add some, a little bit of salt. Not too much, because the chicken broth has salt. So a pinch of salt, okay? And I'm gonna bring this to a boil. Okay, let's put this cover on here. I'm gonna bring this to a boil, and then I'm gonna put in my macaronis, my elbows. What the hell? Is it on? Yes, it's on. Okay, so I'm going to start boiling my macaroni, and then when my macaronis are done, I'm going to start making the cheese sauce, and you're going to see how that's done. So stay tuned, don't go away. Okay, so now my water's boiling, okay, and I'm going to throw in 1 box of elbows, Ronzoni elbows, okay. Here we go. There we go. Okay. And we're going to mix this around, make sure that it doesn't stick, okay. And we're gonna boil this for about 8 minutes. Okay, so boil that and mix it around once in a while so it doesn't stick. 8 minutes. So you see my my pasta is boiling, and I keep moving it around every once in a while so it won't stick. Okay, so you want to move that around. And like I said, we're gonna keep this in here for about 8 minutes. Okay, 8 minutes. The elbows. Okay, folks, so my pasta is done. My elbows are done. Okay. The water's starting to evaporate. I don't want this to happen. So they've been in there for about almost 8 minutes, and it is already cooked. I tested it out. Oops. That goes in the garbage. Okay. So I'm going to strain this now. I'm going to run this through the strainer, and then I'll be right back. Let me show you how it's done. Okay, folks. So now my pasta is set to the side. I'm putting in 2 teaspoons of butter. Okay. And I'm going to turn this on. Let's turn the stove on. Okay, we're going to put this low. We're going to melt this 2 tablespoons of butter, which should be melting pretty fast because the pot is hot. Okay, so we're going to melt this 2 teaspoons of butter, real butter. I don't like to use margarine. Real butter, but you can use margarine if you want, you know. But this is real butter. There you go. And I'm melting this down, okay? And to this, I'm going to add heavy cream. Okay, so now my butter's melting. I'm gonna add my 2 cups of heavy cream in here. Okay, yeah, look at the heavy cream. Okay. I'm gonna add about a half a cup of milk just to mix it up. Okay, there we go. Okay, so, and I'm gonna stir this slowly until this thing starts to thicken up. Okay, so keep stirring it, and under a slow boil. And then you're going to add the cheese to this. 2 cups of cheese, whatever cheese you want. Now I'm going to add some cream cheese to this. You don't have to add cream cheese to this. But if you want this cheese sauce a little more creamier, add about 2 ounces of cream cheese, okay? So this will just help make the cheese sauce a little bit thicker. But you don't have to. It's optional, okay? The cream cheese is optional. But I wanna get this sauce as thick as possible. I like it nice and thick, and so this is what I'm doing. So I'll be right back. So folks, as you can see, the sauce is getting a little bit thicker, and I'm just making sure these lumps of the cream cheese is all melted. And then I'm going to add 2 cups of whatever cheese you want. I'm going to be using a combination cheddar cheese, Asiago, and I also have some mozzarella cheese, which I'm going to also throw in there a little bit, just so you can get that nice stretchy, look when you. Okay, so you see the sauce is getting thick. It's thickening it up right now, and I'm bringing it to a soft boil. I don't want this to boil over, so I'll keep moving it so it won't boil over. Now it's time to add my 2 cups of cheese. 2 cups of cheese. There you go. There you go. And then whisk it around till it melts down. Look at that. And there goes your sauce thickening up. Look at that. You see? And again, if it's too thick, you can add some milk to it. If you don't want it too thick, But I think this is the right consistency. Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit of milk because I don't want it that thick. I'm gonna add about a little bit of milk in there. Okay. There you go. That's the consistency I want, okay? Not too thick, not too soft. Then put some more milk in there, okay? So I put about a cup of milk in there. Okay? And I'm gonna lower the flame now. Okay, there you go, folks. Yeah, look at that. Now to this I'm gonna add a combination of salt, pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon paprika, and 1 teaspoon onion powder. Okay, so here we go. Oh man, I can smell it. I can smell it in there. And okay, so let's just taste this. Let's just taste this and see how this sauce tastes. Okay. Oh man. Yes, terrific. Okay. So I'm gonna cook this. I'm gonna cook these macaroni and cheese in a cast iron skillet, and I'm gonna put it in the oven. And let's add some mozzarella cheese in here. Okay, not too much, just a handful. Okay, there we go. Just make sure that you don't have any chunks in there. Just try to. Okay. There you go. Look at that, man. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm melting some butter in here, so greasing up the pan. This is the pan I'm gonna be using today. I'm gonna make this in a cast iron skillet. In a cast iron skillet, yeah. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna grease the sides. We're gonna grease all the, and then we're gonna throw the macaroni, the elbows in here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, folks, look at that. Look at that. Okay. My cheese sauce is warming up there. Okay. So, let's get this melted nice. Get the sides. Okay. And then we are going to throw the macaronis in there. There we go. Okay. Why is it stuck? Okay, here we go. Macaroni's in there. Okay. There we go. A lot of macaroni's in here, right? Yeah. So we're gonna spread this out. Okay. We're gonna spread this out. That's his best. Wash my hands. Okay. Let's get a spoon in here. Okay. And I'm gonna start throwing in my sauce. I'm gonna throw a little bit in. Okay. Lay that to the side. Mix this well. Let me get something else to mix this up with. Okay, just mix this up well. Okay. There you go. Looking good, looking good. Turn that off. Make sure that the cheese, all the macaroni is covered with the cheese, okay? That's the important part. Okay, you don't want no flat tasting pieces. Okay, so you got to mix as well. It's gonna take a little while, but I think it's gonna work. Okay, there you go. So I still need to mix the edges still. Oh, there you go, no four in there. Okay, there you go. Hey, there you go. Wow, that's great, isn't it? Doesn't it look good? Okay, so I just threw some more sauce in it. And now I'm gonna throw some cheese, some more cheese in it. Because this is a cheesy macaroni and cheese, I'm telling you. This has a lot of cheese in it. And I want it to melt nice and give it a nice flavor. So I'm gonna put about a handful of cheese on top. Okay, this is going into the oven because I'm gonna bake this. Okay, there you go. Now I'm gonna put some mozzarella cheese. Okay, and yeah, okay, look at that. Okay, so we're gonna mix it in with the mozzarella cheese in here. Get the sides. There you go. Okay. So this is gonna be nice and creamy. The cheese on top is gonna nice and cook. Okay, there you go. And I'm gonna put this in the oven for 375 for about a half hour or so. Okay. Actually 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna check on it. 375 in the oven, uncovered. Okay. So be right back. Now, folks, my mac and cheese is just about done. It looks delicious. There's a nice crispy top to it. Then I'm going to dig into it to serve it. So it's going to look good. And I taste it a little bit. As you can see, it tastes good. Now, you want to see how it looks. Oh, it smells delicious. It looks. Okay, let me just show you here. Okay, in a minute I'm going to take it out of the oven. Just keep eye on this here. Oh, this is heavy. I got a cast iron skillet here. Okay, this is excellent. Look at that, folks. Look at that. You hear it? Oh my God, you hear that? Can I cheat and eat a little bit of this side here? Oh, look at that. Look at this. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's gonna probably be burning it probably burn my mouth, right? With this cheese, hot cheese. Folks, this is delicious. Very easy made. I can't believe it. Oh, it's hot. Oh, oh my God. So folks, there you got it. Mac and cheese. We're gonna have some barbecue ribs and some biscuits. Very simple tonight, right? This mac and cheese is, oh my God. I'm glad I made enough to take for lunch tomorrow. You guys want to see how it looks? Once more. And we'll turn the camera around. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God, look at that. Ooh, and I cooked it in a cast iron skillet. Cast iron skillet really, the heat, you know, I love cooking on cast iron because there's something about the heat and the resistance of heat, and it cooks the food so good. Oh my God. So stay tuned. I gotta serve this food. Well, folks, I'm gonna take you to the table. This stuff looks good. I spent a long time cooking this stuff, but it's worth it. So we're gonna have dinner. So meet me at the table. Well, folks, let's get to the table and see how it looks. So, folks, I'm at the table, and what I did here basically was barbecue ribs. I marinated them last night, and then today I cooked them in heat, covered up, and then I put some barbecue sauce in it, some honey, and, you know, sort of made my own little concoction there. So the ribs cooked for about 2 hours, and they should be nice and tender. And then I made macaroni and cheese. Now, there's about 1,000 ways to make macaroni and cheese. You probably have a recipe. Your aunt has a recipe. Your mother, your aunt, and your cousin, or whatever, your gay brother. I don't know. But somebody has a recipe for macaroni and cheese. But this is a recipe that I got, and it was easy, and it was. And if you see the video, you see I cooked this. It was easy. Basic ingredients, the cheese sauce, and what have you. I'm not gonna go over it again because that's why I did the video. If you really want me to go over it, just send me a private message. And we got some biscuits. Typical like a outhouse barbecue kind of dinner, right? With the ribs and the mac and cheese and down south, you know. and the biscuits. And that's it, very simple. And let me show you. So, there goes the ribs and the mac and cheese. The mac and cheese was cooked in a skillet, in a cast iron skillet, which is the first time for me to doing that. It just cooks up better. The heat in the cast iron really holds doesn't dry out the mac and cheese, these are the biscuits. Okay, so yeah, so that's the thing about cooking them in the cast iron skillet. So yeah, so there's something about cooking in a cast iron skillet that's really, really good. The skillet holds the temperature. I don't know what's going on. It holds the temperature real good. It just cooks better. Cast iron skillets, pots, Dutch ovens, cast iron are wonderful. I got a Dutch oven. I used it once or twice. Great stuff. So anyway, folks, that's it. Very easy on a Saturday night. Let me. So as you can see, the new gay flag, the new version of it, we replaced the old one that we had back here with the new version. So.
Which is still great, the old one, but it's also great to upgrade, right? Represent everyone as a community.
So let's try the mac and cheese first. It looks nice and creamy. It looks.
Let's see. Let's try this mac and cheese. First time Uncle Jesse made it in the cast iron. Very creamy. Very good. Good job, Uncle Jesse.
Thank you. So anyway, folks, that's it for tonight, Saturday night. If you go out, be careful. It's crazy out there. I don't have to tell you that. New York is losing it.
Crazy.
We'll get better. We've gone through this stuff, and things get better. Up and downs. But anyway, folks, just be careful. Be on the lookout. If you drink and you take the subway, be careful. Don't stand on the edge and all that stuff. Just be human, folks. And be careful out there.
Help each other out.
And we're still in Gay Pride Month. Today, I think there was a Gay Pride in the Bronx. To my friends out there, I hope they had fun. And finally, we're winding down. At the last Sunday of this month will be the big one in New York City. They'll have a feast. They'll have a big gay parade on Fifth Avenue.
And, on television, ABC.
Everybody's going to be out there. I'll be out there. And, it's going to be the finale, the grand finale. So, for Gay Pride, which Gay Pride should be everything, right? You should be proud of who you are. So anyway, folks, see you guys tomorrow. We got something new for tomorrow. I don't know. No chicken wings tomorrow. No chicken wings. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night.